The election is on Tuesday. So first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Justin Zollars. You've been reading my tweets for about 2 years now. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for this campaign, for how far we've made it. Literally, I started this 2020 January. I was all alone tweeting online on this account. And I'm just blown away by the amount of support. Like literally millions of dollars have been spent on this campaign. Um, I want to bring this or take this opportunity to dispel of some myths. So the first myth is that this campaign is motivated by billionaire Republicans from out of state that are hell bent on taking over San Francisco and dispelling Chesa. And to me, that reads almost like a conspiracy theory. Like I read through countless New York Times, Atlantic, Washington Post, Intelligencer, it goes on and on, Slate, and they all have this story so wrong. This campaign literally started because San Francisco is not working. I woke up one morning on Sanchez and Market, where my apartment is, and I look out my window and I notice there's like an ambulance. I walk my dog outside and there's literally a body. So at that moment, I was like, enough. This is not what a functioning society looks like. And I was really motivated also by a trip I took to China recently. So it was actually 2019, so it's not recently anymore. In China, I walked through, Beijing and Shanghai, through all sorts of different neighborhoods, connected by high-speed rail. And I didn't see a single homeless person, homeless tent, drug user, etc. And I'm like, wow, this society is actually, despite what we hear in our press, it is working. And then I fly back to San Francisco and it's chaos. Someone's dying outside of my apartment. And then we elect this guy named Chesa Bodine. So what I noticed about Chesa was a few really curious things. A lot of money, like his campaign was very well timed. So it was in an off-year election, 2019. And it was like the perfect storm of bad circumstance. We had three equally qualified, great moderate candidates that split the moderate vote. And then we have this radical who was well-connected, very well-financed. If you look at his early campaign donations, it was just incredible the kind of money he was receiving. So it just spoke to me that, this is a connected individual and it felt like almost like a plant. So he wins, and I analyzed his positions, and his position is essentially, we can't trust a jury in San Francisco, and instead of trusting a jury in San Francisco, a jury of citizens to decide whether or not an individual based on the law is guilty or innocent, weighing the evidence and reason, and just our democratic process. What instead we should do is we should trust his ability and his personal prejudice to determine what to charge and what not to charge. So this all fell apart really quickly. It fell apart for Chesa, and I'm talking about Chesa's career. And in my opinion, it fell apart with the death of Hanako Abe and Elizabeth Platt, New Year's Eve 2021, their tragic deaths. So that, if you analyze that particular case, it was totally avoidable. So Troy McAllister had so many priors, and he was paroled in April. June 28th, there was a burglary. He had possession of an item in which he broke into a home. August 20th, he stole a car. He had possession of drugs. Where I'm from, if you stole a car and had possession of drugs, you'd be in jail. October 15th, stolen car, stolen property. November the 6th, auto burglary. And then December 20th, just days before the deaths, it's stolen car, stolen property, and burglary. These are all very serious. These are all serious arrests, and any of these in any normal functioning society would result in some sort of punishment where you're just not caught and released. So Chesa made the decision in every single one of those cases to ignore what the law says, to ignore what a potential jury in San Francisco might have to say. He decided based on his ideology that he would just release this person. And through wishful thinking, he believed that Troy McAllister could be rehabilitated, on his own, without any intervention, without any help from society, without anything. And it didn't happen, and it ended with the tragic deaths of 2 women. So I want to encourage you all to vote this Tuesday. It's so important that you get out, you turn it in your ballots, that you talk to your neighbors, that you get them to vote. Too many elections have been, razor thin margin where it could have gone the other way. And this is certainly in that class of an election. It's going to be close. And I want you to do your best at getting out and voting this week. And I can't leave without saying thank you to the individuals that are leading this campaign, that have brought so much credibility behind this cause. It's such an important cause. So I have to thank Mary Jung. I have to thank Brooke Jenkins. I have to thank Andrea Shorter. I have to thank Tom Wolf. Thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, everybody that's leading this campaign. And let's do our best, San Francisco, to go out and to vote, to turn in our votes, to get our neighbors to vote, and to win this election, to recall Chesa Boudin, send him back to New York. He's got himself taken care of. He's got a lot of connections and friends that will connect him with another opportunity. And then we'll get someone that is credible and qualified to be our next district attorney soon. Thank you.